Well, hello everyone, it is I, your favorite perfect being, and welcome to a live death battle react. I am setting up the VTuber model because we are going to react live! Hope you're all having a perfect day. It is the self-death battle. I cannot wait, this is gonna be awesome. I hope you're all having a perfect day. I cannot wait to see how this goes. Okay, you guys should be able to see me now. This is gonna be great. I might have to refresh the page, but we are reacting to this live, everyone. I hope you're all having a perfect day. Oh, here we go. Here we go, everybody. Oh, bet. Bet. We got time. We still got the premiere countdown. Oh, bet. We are just in time, everybody. Oh, we are just in time. Hope you're all having a perfect day. Make sure you kamehameha that like button, spearbomb that subscribe button, check out Operation Mitosis. We're going viral. It really does help support the channel. And of course, most of all, have a perfect day. You deserve a perfect day once in a while. Now, remember, this is going to be live, so I will add the link to the original video down below after the stream ends. I hope you all have a perfect day. Oh, I am so ready for this. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. Yo! I cannot wait. This is gonna be amazing. I hope you all have a perfect day. This is gonna be the first death battle I have actually seen Perfect Cell involved in. Don't get me wrong, I have seen that Devil Artemis is the one animating quite a few death battles, but this is the first time I've seen Perfect Cell participate in a death battle. This is gonna be incredible. We get to see a machine with near infinite learning potential, and we get to see a bio-android designed for perfection to destroy the greatest warriors in the galaxy that is capable of regenerating from a single cell. We are gonna see something amazing today, ladies and gentlemen. This could be a perfect death battle. I hope you're all ready and have a perfect day! Let's get this perfect reaction started, shall we? A link to the original video will be down below after the stream ends. I'll bet. Where's Boomstick? Let's go.
Cell versus Metal Sonic.
Which copycat android is truly the superior model?
I am so ready for this.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Bet. Bet. Okay, slight technical difficulties, everybody. Sorry about that.
No one who's seen it has lived to tell the tale. All it left behind was...
Oh, yeah. Ah. That was,
something ate to these people's insides, leaving only a shadow behind.
Some kind of
creature
driven
biological
only by the
creature.
need to feed. Earth's new apex predator, the
Slight lag. Gonna refresh this, everybody.
ultimate life form.
The Namekian pickle.
A ton of them. Infinite energy androids, key absorbing androids, trucker head androids, and even
Come on, back up.
ginger androids.
However,
What are we
none of
doing here?
Jiro's creations were capable of matching that drive to improve that Goku and his fellow martial artists possessed.
Luckily, he
Hold
had
it.
one more android
I'm trying
left.
to back up.
A cute little booger so
Damn it.
complex he'd take years after Jiro's death.
Jiro's creations were capable of matching that drive.
Hold
Dr.
on.
Jiro.
Hey,
We gotta
Years
back up a
ago,
little.
the world
Hold on now. We're skipping ahead. What the hell? We reacting to the whole video, not just a portion of it. Let's make sure we get that right, shall we?
to its wretched gestalt.
But the nightmare was only just beginning.
Okay, right about here. Now we're
There's
talking.
a monster stalking Ginger Town. No one who's seen it has lived to tell the tale. All it left behind was
Bang.
their clothes. Something ate these people's insides, leaving only a shadow
Well,
behind.
Some kind of creature
brain
driven only by the
kinda,
need to
yeah.
feed. Earth's new apex predator, the ultimate life form.
The
Well,
Namekian
yeah, you can
Piccolo
call me
went to
that. You can
investigate
also call me
this
perfect.
manslayer and discovered that it was intelligent. Its tail could unravel to absorb its
Yep.
hapless victims and add their energy. Its tail
That's
could
right.
unravel to absorb its
Wait,
hapless
why do-
victims
repeat
and
again.
add their energy to its wretched gestalt.
But the nightmare was only just
Yeah.
beginning, because for its last trick, somehow this freak of nature knew the Kamehameha.
The mystery
I
of this
mean,
creature's
yeah, I
origin
kinda had
was
Goku
decades
cells
in the making.
programmed in.
Years ago, the world was terrorized by the most advanced paramilitary organization in history, the
Red Ribbon Army.
Until they got
That's
rocked by this
right.
little kung fu gremlin, Son Goku.
But Red Ribbon's dream of revenge lived on
Dr.
within their head
Giro, the
scientist,
madman who
Dr.
designed
Giro.
me.
Hiding away in his spooky cave laboratory, Giro would go to work studying the Z fighters from
Damn
afar,
right.
learning everything there was to know about them.
Those little
Building a series of
ladybug-looking
androids that would
robots,
destroy
they
his
were
spiky-haired
actually
nemesis once
collecting
and
the
for all.
DNA
He
of the
made a ton
greatest
of 'em.
fighters
Infinite energy
and some of the
androids,
most
key-absorbing
powerful
androids,
aliens
trucker-head
to
androids,
ever
and even-
exist just to build me.
Ginger
That
android.
is some
However,
crazy
none
amount
Jiro's
of work.
creations were capable of matching that
And
drive to
preparation for
improve
one of the
that Goku and his
greatest
fellow martial
warriors
artists
to
possessed.
ever be
Luckily, he
created.
had one more android left. A cute little booger so complex he'd take years after Jiro's death to complete. Its
I mean,
name
yeah.
was Cell.
The computer
Born from
did
a
pretty damn
single
well,
cell,
though. I'll give
get
him
it?
that.
This android possessed the genetic information of all the greatest warriors that
That's
had
right.
battled on Earth, and and, when fully evolved, would become unstoppable.
And
That's
with their
right.
DNA, Cell absorbed all their powers and techniques too.
Common among all of them
That's
is
right.
the power to manipulate ki, or the energy that exists in all living things, and weaponize
Not
it to
just-
fire energy blasts,
not just
fly at faster than
manipulate
light
ki, but
speeds, move things with
manipulate it to
telekinesis,
such a
and create
level
force
I can
fields.
From
use
the humans,
attacks
Krill and
such
NTN,
as
Cell
the
knows the
Spirit
multiform
Bomb,
technique,
one of the
Destructo Disc,
strongest
and the
key attacks
Tri-Beam, his
in the
extra
entire
special favorite.
franchise.
Oh, weird, I'm
Mind
not seeing
you.
Jiaozu on this list.
The
Sorry,
same
bud.
thing that
Is
defeated
Jiaozu
Majin
human?
Buu.
Oh,
Okay, Cell can fire the Death Beam, as well as breathe in
That's
and travel
right.
through the vacuum
I
of
got
space
Frieza's
with the
DNA, so
alien
I've got
genes
all of
Frieza
his
and
moves
his
and
father.
techniques as well
because
as
he's
his
got Piccolo's
potential as well.
DNA, Cell can regenerate humongous
That's
damage to
right.
his body
Thank you,
at the cost
Piccolo
of some
Cell.
keys.
Cell has
Thank
survived
you,
having
Namekian
half his body
DNA.
vaporized multiple times, and
That's
cannot
right.
be destroyed unless the small cluster of cells at the core of his being is eradicated.
Yeah.
Should that little bugger
Unless you
survive,
manage to
Cell will
destroy me
always return,
completely,
even
I will
stronger than
come back
before
stronger
because
than
of the
before.
Saiyan DNA he got from Goku and Vegeta. Definitely
That's
the
right.
cream of the genetic crop.
Sure,
That's
he can perfectly
right.
replicate attacks like the Gallic Gun, Spirit Bomb, and of course Kamehameha,
That's
as well as
right.
teleport by locking onto a living
Hell
being's key
yeah.
signature.
But the best
You're
part
not
of being a
dealing with
Saiyan
the
is how much
average
crazy stronger they
Saiyan,
get
the
every time they
average
almost
Frost
die.
They
Demon,
can
nor
even
the
evolve
average
to become
Namekian.
orders of
You're
magnitude
dealing with
stronger
a
in the midst
perfect
of battle.
construct
Combine
of
that
all
with Cell's
three
healing
among
factor,
the
and he's
greatest
effectively
martial
the
artists the
ultimate
world
warrior.
has to
Like a
offer.
perpetual shonen motion machine.
Driven by a biological imperative, Cell wanted nothing more than to devour Giro's previous androids, 17 and 18, believing it would make him
That's right.
perfect.
Only one problem. The Cell we know was born in the future, and both 17 and
Yeah.
18 had been destroyed. So he
So I
murdered
had to
Trunks
steal
and went
Trunks'
back in
time
time.
machine.
Not our Trunks, future Trunks.
Yeah,
well,
future
not
Trunks.
future Trunks, but another future
It was-
Trunks. It's very
Thing is,
complicated. There's like 5
It would be in
timelines.
technical.
Cell defeated and
Bulma
absorbed
and
the
Vegeta's
androids.
son
He
that grew up in the
evolved,
future
not only
where
getting stronger,
17
but
and
changing
18
his
managed to
personality
conquer the
and
world.
developing a lust for
That
battle.
was
He became
Trunks
less
from
creepy bum
timeline
serial
A.
killer and more,
Let's assume
well,
timeline
Saiyan.
B
After
would be the
exploiting that
Trunks
very
that
Saiyan arrogance and
successfully
warrior's pride,
managed
Cell
to
finally
survive
became
and not be
perfect.
and
killed
easily dominated
in the
Trunks and
first
Vegeta, the
timeline,
latter of whom
in
had
which
decades
I
of battle experience
stole
under his belt.
the time
Perfect
machine
Cell's
and
power
managed to
was off
come
the
back.
charts. He could threaten
That would
the
make
whole
the
Earth just by
Trunks that
powering up. With a
survived
full
the
power
Cell
Kamehameha,
arc,
he was
the
even
one
capable
to
of
be
destroying our
Trunks from
entire solar
timeline
system.
B,
While the vast
who
majority
in
of our solar
turn
system's
went
mass is
into
located in the
timeline
sun,
C
this
along
still
with
means that
me
Cell's
after
Q-wave will
I
have to reach
escaped from
2.8
timeline
billion
A,
miles to eradicate
which
every planet.
left
But Wiz,
an
maybe
imperfect
he was
Cell
just
in his
exaggerating.
future,
Not likely.
which
Cell's
was
claim has
then
been backed up in multiple
impacted
guidebooks, and
because
even demonstrated
regardless,
outright in the video
the Cell
games.
of
Cell's
each
even stronger in the
timeline
anime
would have
adaptation,
been plotting
considering the
to
time
steal
Frieza
said
blew up
time
Namek.
machine.
In the anime, the explosion was literally
it was a loop,
hundreds of
but
light
he
years
managed
wide
to close
and lit
the
up the
loop on
freaking
his
galaxy.
end.
And Cell was
Although
far stronger than
that did
Frieza
not
was at that point in time.
confirm
Hell, the Namekians
that
could
my
sense him all
death
the way from a
was
different
erased.
galaxy. And
You
so he
see,
might be a threat to the whole
while being
universe.
from
He's also
timeline
incredibly
A,
fast, capable of
managed to
blitzing even the
survive,
strongest Z fighters at
traveled
the
to
time.
the
Goku
past,
flew from
which
Grand
was
Kai's planet
timeline
of heaven
C,
all the way to
pulled
hell,
the Cell
hundreds
game,
of billions of light
and
years in
timeline
half
B
a minute.
Trunks
And that was in his
returned to
base form.
timeline
Yeah,
C.
that's cool, but how about the power to squeeze mini Cell Juniors out of your butt? What? Never
You
heard of that
see,
key technique?
he had to go
Call it
back for
the
some Goku Black
Kegel.
stuff.
Perfect Cell
But
was
moving
entirely
on,
without peer and no
I
longer wedded
exist
to Giro's
because
petty
I stole
grudge,
my
decided to
timelines
prove it with a
time
tournament.
machine
The
from my
Cell
Trunks.
games. And if
The
Goku
Trunks that
couldn't even
attended
beat
the
him,
Cell
what hope did
games
anyone else have?
actually
Vegeta couldn't
is from
even
a
handle
different
Cell
timeline
Junior.
than the
Their
Cell
last
that
hope
held
was
the
Goku's
Cell
own
games.
son, Gohan.
After
You
Cell
see,
arrogantly let him power
the Cell
up,
in
Gohan
Timeline
unleashed
C
his rage,
was not
pushed
yet
the bug
completed.
monster to his absolute
Timeline
limits,
B
and
had
beat him.
imperfect,
Wow, Cell,
and
you really are
Timeline
related
A
to Vegeta,
had to
aren't
go
you?
to
In
C
truth,
in
Cell
order
was
to
a victim
become
of his own
perfect,
success.
while that
The same
Cell
Saiyan genes
in
that made him
Timeline
all-powerful
C
also
was
sowed
still
the
in
seeds
the
of his defeat.
in-progress
He got
stage.
so mad he even
That's
blew
why
himself up.
whenever
Maybe he
Trunks and
does have some
Krillin went to
Jiaozu in him
Dr.
after
Giro's
all.
lab,
Even that
there
wasn't
was a
enough to
Cell to
totally put him
destroy
down,
there,
and he came
because
back
that
with
is
the same
Timeline
Super
C,
Saiyan power-up
not
that
yet
Gohan
complete.
had just unlocked.
Timeline B,
Perfect Cell.
Imperfect.
Now with more lightning. In a battle for the
Timeline
ages,
A
Cell put the entire
had
weight
to
of his
go to
biological
Timeline
programming
C
against one lone
because
Saiyan
Timeline
and went the
A
distance.
But in the
already
end,
had
it still
no
wasn't
17 17 and
No matter how
18 in
brilliantly
order to
Dr.
be
Gero copied
absorbed.
the Z-Fighters, he still couldn't quite figure out their knack for
Just so
going
that we
beyond.
all have an
What can
understanding
be
of how the
destroyed can
hell
always be
these cells
rebuilt.
managed
All
to
it
be
takes to
cannon.
recreate the most fearsome warrior in the universe is one single single
And
cell.
if we're being technical, there's the ones from the movies too. They're like their own
Hey, real quick,
timelines
did
as
you know
well.
DeathBattle
So
launched our own
it
tabletop gaming
branches
channel?
every
It's
time
called
you
The Nightly
impact
Brew.
another
We're doing
timeline.
Dungeons and
Just
Dragons,
deal with
Blood on the
it.
Clock Tower,
Butterfly
and a
effect,
bunch of other
cicada
stuff.
effect,
I'd love if
whatever
could
you
check
want
it
to
out.
call it.
We just finished our campaign through the old school Tomb of Horrors, the most infamous
Welcome.
dungeon in D&D history. Here's a clip. You quadruple in size and bump into multiple of the columns. There's no way you can fit in this room without touching columns. So you begin floating up.
It's my
into
last
the air
character.
as giant balloon soot
What?
drifts closer to the demon face.
What are we talking about?
When he gets just a couple feet away from the mouth, soot disappears.
Oh
Aaron's crying. You were like, "Oh, this dungeon's terrible. It's the
But yeah,
most,
if we're
like,
being
everybody
technical,
dies. It's
the
the hardest
cell
thing." And I
in
was like,
video
"We've got
games
this."
and
These other
in
sessions.
the animes,
and then we hit this
they are
fucking room,
all
and
separate
I am
timelines.
at my limit. I hate
There are 3
this.
cells that
With all
canonically
of my
appear throughout just the single perfect cell and beginning android sagas, respectively. There are 3 cells within
Time and
the
again,
android
the world
saga.
and its cuddly forest critters were threatened by
One
the
in
evil
progress,
and oval
one imperfect in
Dr.
Trunks'
Eggman
timeline,
Robotnik.
and then the one that traveled to the past in order to hold the cell
Sonic the
games.
Hedgehog. No matter how many robotic
What's good,
badniks
Sonic?
the good doctor threw at his blue spiky nemesis, his schemes were always 6 spin jumps to the glowing weak spot away from
Let me
getting
know if
cracked
y'all
and
want to see me
scrambled.
play
But
any
it
of the
wouldn't
Sonic
be ever
games,
easy
by the
for
way.
Eggman. If he couldn't defeat the blue blur, he would make his own Metal Sonic.
Well, 0
Yeah,
points
that
on creativity for that
Metal
name,
Sonic.
but god damn, he does look metal as hell.
They
Yeah,
say
he- though,
imitation
though.
is the sincerest form of flattery, so Eggman built
I can't
Metal with
admit,
more than enough blast processing to
got the
match
drip.
his prototype.
Metal can zoom around at
Even for a
massively
robot.
hypersonic speeds, fast enough to fly to nearby planets in seconds.
He's tougher than Eggman's standard equipment, some of which can survive black
Yeah,
holes.
but thing
Metal
is,
can
he's
use
still
all of
mechanical
Sonic's
like
power-ups
most of
and even
Eggman's
replicate his
equipment.
classic spin dash and light speed attack.
But he's got moves of his own.
He
Can
is
attack with
capable of
energy
going
blast,
against
fire
Sonic,
a chest
but
laser, surround himself in an
Sonic
electric aura,
can't
or an
regenerate.
impenetrable force field.
By
I
overloading his
can.
circuitry with energy, Metal can activate V maximum overdrive, quadrupling his acceleration and obliterating anything in his path, at the risk of self-destructing.
You'd think all that'd be
Well,
enough
I
to
mean,
turn
that's
the
cool.
rodent into
I have that
roadkill,
too,
but
if
it
we're
only
being
took
technical.
one showdown on Stardust Speedway to send Metal to the scrap heap.
On paper, Metal should be able to outmatch Sonic in every way, and yet he doesn't. For some reason, Eggman wasn't able to capture that ineffable quality that makes Sonic the fastest thing alive. Metal's
Really?
defeats at the hands of Sonic and his friends sharpen his AI into a seething hatred of his rival and a burning desire to prove himself superior.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
when
bet.
you're getting your super
So
size
Metal
red ass
Sonic
handed
actually
to you
has
by
a damn
Charlie
vengeance
B,
for the OG.
You know something's gone horribly
good to
wrong.
know.
Metal's defeats gave him an existential crisis. If he was
Wait.
created to surpass Sonic and
How
couldn't
the
even manage
hell
that,
did
what
Eggman
was
create a
he?
robot
Why
that
should
had an
he exist?
existential
Never one
crisis?
to admit
This man
defeat,
was
Eggman
definitely
took
a
Metal
genius.
back to the drawing board and birthed him anew. You.
This Neo Metal Sonic was, above all, far smarter.
Especially after he copied Eggman's intelligence and took over his empire. And we mean literally copied. If Metal started as Sonic's copycat, why not hunt all of
really?
his furry friends down and copy them too?
Neo Metal Sonic is
Oh,
equipped with
really?
scanners in his optic receptors that can copy a person's biodata, giving him the ability to
really?
recreate all of their abilities in
You see,
seconds.
there's one
Like the
thing
Sonic
there, though.
Boom, Knuckles' hammer
You
punch,
can
Tails'
copy as
magical
much as you
swiveling asshole,
want, but you'll
and Big's
never
ability to suck at
surpass the
fishing.
Metal
original
isn't just learning
in
their
terms of
moves. He can
potential.
replicate more esoteric
Because a
powers like
copy
silver psychokinesis,
will always
manufacture
be
Rouge's
inferior.
mechanical bat guards, or alter his very biology to copy Espio's chameleon invisibility. It's worth mentioning that biological data is a real scientific term and can refer to molecular structures like the genome sequence within a living organism's DNA.
Yeah, his copying is so busted, it doesn't really matter that he's a robot made of metal. Metal. If you can do it, so can he. Probably help
Man,
that he can
this is
shapeshift and
gonna be
regenerate
fun
his
as
whole
hell.
body from a puddle.
This
Likely
is
by
gonna be
copying one of the
fun.
mightiest beings on the planet, the god of
Oh,
destruction,
I am
Chaos.
so ready for
Not
this.
the only chaos he's encountered.
By scanning the
I am
ultimate life
so
form,
ready
Shadow the
for this.
Hedgehog, he gained his ability to manipulate some of the most powerful artifacts in the universe.
You mean the Chaos
The
Emeralds?
Chaos
Yes,
Emerald.
the emeralds contain an infinite wellspring of mystical power and life energy. With them, Metal can perform Shadow's chaos control. He can teleport,
Man.
warp, and distort space, boost his speed, and stop time. And with either the Chaos Emeralds
Oh,
or
you
Master
wanna
Emerald,
stop
he can
time now,
transform
do ya?
into Super Neo Metal
Really?
Sonic.
I
Completely
seem to know a
invulnerable
friend
and
named
completely
Hit that can
golden.
do that.
Super Neo Metal Sonic can move at faster than light
Wonder if
speeds
I should pay
and
him
has
a
the
visit.
power to move continents.
The emeralds are inconceivably powerful. They've been used to fuel Eggman's Death Egg, which could obliterate star systems.
On their own, they can even create and destroy whole universes.
Other super characters like Sonic
Oh,
have battled
really?
and defeated beings like the Time Eater, who can
Sounds
destroy
like
multiple
fun
dimensions
to
and
me.
timelines in seconds. At their peak, 3 super
I
hedgehogs have even
relish
fought
a
Solaris, who
challenge.
nearly consumed Sonic's entire multiverse.
So Super Neo Metal Sonic should be just as powerful as any of them, though he's gotta be quick because all that power only lasts a short time.
The road to total domination was nearly at an end. After manipulating Sonic and friends and copying their abilities, Metal eventually combined their biodata with the mighty Egg Fleet and became Metal
Oh,
Overlord.
really?
Complete with missiles, giant crystal projectiles,
Ah,
and the strength to match 3
missiles,
supersonic
that's
heroes
nothing
all by
against me.
himself. Overlord is all-time final boss material.
And he knew it. His ego might as well have had its own health bar. Metal's drive to surpass his
Ha.
rival had morphed into the delusional belief that he was the original and Sonic the loathsome copy.
Oh,
A copy that
really?
Metal had finally outclassed. All the heroes Metal had gathered had to
Just
team up
because
to
you
take
think
him
you can
down.
go
He may have
Broly
stolen
mode
their
doesn't
abilities,
mean
but
that
Metal
you're
never
going to
possessed
be
the
a
thing that made the
brilliant
Sonic heroes
tactician.
successful.
If
Their
you
friendship
lose
and
control
teamwork.
of yourself in the midst of battle, you are
Jag. Probably
destined
should
for
have added some of those
failure.
goddamn rails to the final boss fight, because it is impossible to land on those things.
Whenever
After
it
getting trashed
finally
again,
comes down
Eggman
to it,
reprogrammed
a
Metal to
battle
purge
is
any
won
bits of
before it's
rebelliousness
even
from his
begun.
code.
Metal returned to being
In
the Eggman
terms of
Army's chief
Piccolo's
enforcer,
tactician
always
mind,
proving invaluable as the bad doctor's
Goku,
greatest creation,
Vegeta, and the
now
rest of the
completely
Saiyans,
obedient
along with
once again.
Frieza on his
I don't know, Wiz.
galactic
Who knows
level
what's really going
destroying
on behind those
potential.
glowing red eyes.
You've
Maybe
got
Metal
no
is more
chance
cunning than he
against
lets on,
me,
and is only
Automaton.
biding his time until he can take over again.
Maybe the most powerful thing that Metal copied.
You think
was
that
the
you'll be
ability
able to copy me?
lie.
A copy will always
Hey, I'm Chad, the voice
be
of Boomstick.
inferior.
And if you don't believe me,
But what about now? That's what I thought.
look, the matchup is about to begin and we can't wait for you to see it. But first, I want to tell you about a brand new thing coming to the Death Battle store, and it's something you guys have been asking for. Matchup pitches. It's a way to meet with me and
bet.
Ben, the creators of Death Battle, and pitch us a matchup that you've been wanting to see. Any matchup,
Bet.
any way you like. We'd love to hear from you. This was originally a Kickstarter reward, but due to popular demand, we wanted to keep it going. A lot of episodes of Death
really?
Battle that are currently being worked on are because of a pitch. So we want to give each pitch the
That's
time
awesome.
it needs, so quantity is limited, so you better act quick. Death Battle pitches are available right now on deathbattle.gg. That's our website that's like a Patreon mixed with some other stuff. And if you're a website member, you get discounts on all of our merch, including the pitch calls. While you're there, make sure you check out the Death Battle Retro Tee. It's a shirt we made like over a decade ago. The first Death Battle shirt. I found the file and recreated it,
Sweet.
only on a much nicer shirt. So check that out while you're there. Anyway, let's get to the fight. I know you want to see it, and Boomstick wants to see one of
Hell
these
yeah.
copycats get copy-capped. So here we go. And remember, deathbattle.gg. We want to hear your pitches. Thanks.
I cannot wait to see how this goes.
All right,
Everybody,
the
make sure you
combatants
comment
are
on
set,
that
and
like
we've run
button,
the
speed
data for
button,
all
that subscribe button, and after
It's
this live
time
stream,
for
check out the
Death
original video in the
Battle.
description below.
Oh!
Oh, bet.
Salutations, Dr. Robotnik.
Salutations, my fellow perfect
Bring me
cell.
your strongest fighter, or face.
Ah, now we're talking.
Before your master. Perfect.
Man flying through the air looking like a stormy. I gotta say it. Multiform, and all of them are equal to the original. He's starting off as Neo right off the bat, huh?
Tell me, does a machine like yourself ever experience fear?
Oh, bet. In terms of lines, that was a great reference. I believe that was a call out to Super Android 13. Back whenever Vegeta was facing Android 15, I believe. Or it might have been back whenever he was facing Android 19. That sounds more likely. I forget how many androids Vegeta definitely destroyed. All I know, it wasn't me!
Lifeform data successfully copied.
Oh, really? Just because you copied doesn't mean you'll be able to advance beyond my potential,
It'll take
fool.
more than that to kill me, puppet!
It takes a lot more than simply taking an arm.
I know. Now
You've got to destroy every single cell in my body if you wish for me to perish. Anything less will simply not do. And if you don't manage to destroy me, I'll simply come back stronger and destroy you! Make as many copies as you want. My Cell Juniors are just as powerful as I am!
don't you dare.
Oh, you're fucking asking for it now, Metal. You're fucking asking for it. Man, go ahead, I regenerate, fool! And I come back stronger than before! Kamehameha!
I am not just the greatest warrior in the universe. I am all of them.
Damn right! You're not facing a copy, you're facing one of the greatest creations!
And so am I. I'll never lose to a
Not
machine.
against you! You think that'd be enough to destroy me?
I'll crush you.
Damn!
So now Metal's got all the powers of the Chaos Emeralds and the Z Fighters? Well, that world's fucked. Our bad.
Cell may have been one of the greatest threats in Dragon Ball Z, but
That's
Eggman's greatest
crazy.
creation ultimately proved too much for him.
That's
Let's break
crazy.
this down into 4 categories: strength, speed,
If we're
abilities, and
considering
adaptation.
the
First up,
adaptation,
who was
though,
the
I should have come back
strongest? Well, it's
stronger
no
after each
surprise that any version
regeneration.
of Cell was gonna be way more powerful than base Metal or Neo. Even just using the manga, blowing up a solar system is far
Damn
beyond
right.
the level of power output Metal can match.
Without his stronger forms. With them, the power gap
Exactly.
entirely reversed. Not only could Metal match Cell's solar system busting or scaling from Frieza, but he could surpass it with the universe-destroying power of the Emeralds.
But hang on, Wiz. Those
Yeah, but
Namekians said
without
that
those
Cell was
damn
strong enough to
emeralds.
threaten a universe on his own.
They did, but they didn't specify how, and there's nothing suggesting he could destroy it in one go. Especially since it's only brought up
Well.
theoretically and without any time frame.
Even being generous and assuming he could just blow it up, final bosses like Time Eater and Solaris can destroy the wider multiverse, and Super Neo Metal
That
puts
is
kill
true.
them. Metal Sonic takes the edge in strength,
And with Sonic characters being known for their speed, you might think that was an easy win for Metal.
and his
I
max
don't know
speed in
about
his super
strength
form,
because
he
we
should
have
be
to
comparable
assume
to entities like the
adaptation
Time
would
Eater,
make me
who in
exceed it
Shadow
after a
Generations
certain
can
period of
destroy
time if he
entire
doesn't
universes
destroy
in
me.
seconds. By using the radius of the observable universe, we can estimate the Time Eater's destructive wave traveled at about
If he managed to
180
destroy me
quadrillion
in those
times
clean
faster than
hits
light.
like he
Certainly
did,
impressive,
that's
but let's
different.
compare that to
But
Goku's flight from heaven to hell
if we're
shortly after the
accounting
Cell
for the
Games,
fact
which
that
covered roughly
I
a universe
also
in
have a
distance at
quick
approximately
learning adaptation,
180
we
quadrillion
can
times
account
faster
for the
than
fact
light.
that
Right,
instant
just like Time
transmissioning
Eater.
away.
The difference, though, was that Goku
Yeah,
was in his
that's
base
a
form,
thing.
way slower
But
than
at the
Super
same
Saiyan 2
time,
Gohan or Super Perfect
accounting
Cell.
for his
Factoring in Super
strategy,
Saiyan multipliers, Super
multiform,
Perfect Cell can move upwards of
relocation,
100 times
repeat.
faster than that, and so 100 times faster than Metal Sonic. Somehow, Cell takes the edge in speed. You know, the thing
Yeah.
Metal was designed for.
Wasn't expecting that. Let's see if any of their abilities could tip the scales.
They shared many of the
In
same
terms
powers,
of abilities,
like
he
telekinesis,
is
force
able to
fields, and
copy, but
energy
that doesn't mean
projectiles.
he'll
Of note, though,
exceed.
Cell's regeneration was clearly superior, able to fully heal from a single cluster of microscopic
That's right.
cells.
On top of that, Cell's Saiyan genes would let him grow in power every time he almost
Exactly.
died. And his Cell Juniors gave him the numbers advantage.
Damn right.
Considering Super Neo Metal had a time limit, Cell would have a big advantage in a battle of attrition.
Oh
But
yeah,
with Chaos Control,
definitely
that
big
became a lot
advantage.
tougher.
Cell and his juniors had no way to deal with Metal boosting his speed or stopping time, something that
Yeah, that
countered
is
Cell's
true.
speed advantage and left him open.
I'll admit,
And with Silver
time stopping
psychokinesis or
is
the Emerald
something
spatial
that Dr.
distortion,
Zero didn't
Metal
really
could
account
seriously
for
impair
because he
Cell's
didn't
healing.
account
So
for
it
the
helped
fact that
that
it
Cell
could
could fall
exist.
back on his martial arts abilities in a pinch.
Despite effectively
In
being a
terms of
newborn,
time stopping,
Cell's
it's
genetic
still a
instincts allowed
rarity
him
like
to
Hit
best
and
Earth's most
Goldo.
skilled warriors back to back to back.
Metal may have copied Eggman's brains, but he definitely isn't as good of a fighter. The Sonic heroes haven't trained like the Z fighters, and Metal's been beaten by
Yeah,
all of them
that's
a
true.
bunch of times. So all that in mind, abilities is roughly a wash.
Which leaves us with
Yeah,
the one thing they're
I'd
both
say
known for.
it's
Their capability
definitely
to evolve and
50-50,
become more powerful in response to their
In
opponents.
terms of
aka
attrition,
their adaptation.
And frankly, that's where this back and forth completely breaks. Because at the end of the day, Metal can copy Cell, but Cell
But
can't
it's not a
absorb Metal.
perfect
Cell's
copy.
ability to physically absorb an opponent is primarily viable against foes he can match or overpower.
Even if he took Metal
And
by
he's a
surprise,
mechanical
he can't
model.
absorb fully inorganic robots like Android
Yep.
16.
Cell was only able to absorb androids 17 and 18 because they were primarily organic.
They're actually more
That's
like
right.
cyborgs and are only called androids in the
Exactly.
English
Finally,
translation.
they say
Metal,
it.
on the other hand,
Finally,
can copy a target's
Finally,
biodata through
they
only a
say
few
it.
seconds of
they
direct
are
eyesight,
closer
something
to
he could easily
cyborgs
accomplish
than
during a time
androids,
stop.
everybody.
And using it on Cell means he wouldn't just get Cell's powers, but the powers of all of the Z Warriors too.
Remember, Metal's copying applies to abilities that fundamentally affect his own biology, like Espio's invisibility or Chaos's liquid body. Nothing Cell has would be off limits, especially
Slight
given
glitch,
all of Cell's
everyone.
powers were
Sorry about
genetically encoded in the first place. Quite literally biodata.
Cell's Saiyan power-ups? Copied. Cell's regeneration? Copied. Cell's key techniques? Believe
Yep.
it or not, copied.
Chaos Emeralds are described as being
All
able to produce
copied
life
from base
energy,
DNA
similar to Ki. So there's a
and
precedent
energy.
for him being able to replicate Cell's power set. And at this point, there's nothing
Being able to
stopping Metal from,
replicate it, that's
say,
one thing,
stopping
but he
time and
still
using a
hasn't
Kamehameha
beaten the
to
original
vaporize
Sonic.
him at a cellular
So,
level. Just
that's
like
why
Gohan
I'm
did.
saying
Cell might be able to do
the
anything the Z fighters
adaptability,
know
he
how to
may
do.
be able to
But that's not
copy,
gonna help
but
him,
that
'cause
don't make
Metal
him
can do
beat the
anything
original.
Cell knows how to
Sorry.
do. Range, isn't it?
Cell just doesn't have any options to retaliate that Metal wouldn't also possess, including any of his
The main
previous
thing that
advantages.
got him is
Metal's
the
copy
time-stopping
is
ability,
just
though.
that overpowered.
I'll give him
I
that.
guess now I get why
Having
they
that,
called it Sonic CD.
He can
And why is that?
actually
Cell
take advantage of the
died.
time that I could have
Wiz,
been
you
used
get it?
to
CD?
regenerate with,
Wiz, where you
and
go?
he can
Come on
actually
back.
destroy the cells
Next time
before I
on
have time to
DeathBattle.
regenerate. That was stacked. I'll give you that. That was awesome. Oh, what's next?
Subscribe and join as a member to see
Bakugo
more Death Battle.
versus
Thanks for
Rize.
watching.
That's crazy. Everybody, I have to say, that was an amazing death battle. Regardless, that is something amazing right there. Seeing all this go down, regardless of how it turned out, this was still an amazing production. Let's be real. Seeing Perfect Cell in a death battle at all, I was not expecting it. But I will say, I am definitely happy that it happened. This is one of the greatest things we could have gotten in Death Battle. We could have gotten a lot, but in terms of one of the greatest learning and adapting machines, and one of the greatest learning and adapting bio warriors to ever exist, going head to head, this is one of the greatest damn death battles I have ever seen, and I am so glad I was in time to react to a Perfect Cell one. I am so damn happy. Regardless of how this turned out, this was an amazing death battle. I am going to put a link to the original video down in the description after this live stream ends. Please make sure to go give Death Battle your support. Have a perfect day. Kamehameha that like button, spirit bomb that subscribe button, check out Operation Mitosis, we're going viral, it really does help support the channel, and of course, most of all, give Death Battle the support because they make amazing productions. I was just in time to react to this live. I hope you all have a perfect day, and I will see you all in the next one!